Hey Libra, welcome to your July 2020 reading. This is a general reading for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started right away. The first card you have is the Emperor. And the energy that I'm feeling from this right now is that at the beginning of the month, you're not standing in your power and who you are. And it has to do with some secular matter. It could be a business, a project, a job, something work-related. You're being really ineffective in how you're handling this situation. And you know it, you're aware, you have the self-awareness, you know that you're not going about this the right way, and you're disappointed in yourself because you know that you stood in your power in the past. And a lot of times you have done that and have been effective and successful. But something has weakened you lately. I don't know what that is. You're getting a little tired or running out of juice. Something like that. Sorry, if you hear that noise in the background, it's my cat chewing on food. Anyways, you're not taking the lead in something the way that you normally do and would. I'm sorry, I'm going to say this because I'm honest, but I feel like you're being a wimp. And look, I'm a Libra rising. This could apply to me too, so just so you know. And you know that like I said, you know that you've been, in your power before, but you're just kind of watching it happen. So the advice here is that you need a plan to take action and do what needs to be done. And whatever the situation is, you have the final authority in saying it. So you might be a boss, or it could be your own business or project on your own. Whatever it is, you have the final say. So you're 100% responsible for this situation. It's 100% on you alone. And like I said, it's some kind of work matter. It's something out in the world. I don't feel this as a relationship or family thing. It could be for a few of you, but I feel like the vast majority of you, it's going to be some issue out in the world having to do with work. The next card is really good news, Libra. It's the Ace of Wands. And I see this as you do what needs to be done in the end. Well, we're still in the beginning of the month, so still in the beginning of the month, you get out of that negative Emperor energy really fast. You kind of snap out of it and get into your beast mode. And this is a new beginning. Your life and energy returns to you. It's like a new adventure. And you feel good. It makes you feel really good. This spark of life returns. You get the creative juices flowing and you feel like you can do what needs to be done. You just had this, this small snag at the beginning of the month. And it was all internal, by the way. Whatever that Emperor issue was, it was all internal in your head. So this Ace of Wands saying to me that the enthusiasm is going to return. You're going to feel really inventive. You're going to have goals set up. And you're finally doing things that you need to do. And for some of you, this might not be very many of you, but I feel that some of you who were undecided if you should get pregnant or not, and this could be a man or a woman, you were undecided if you wanted to have a baby or not, and I think it's probably because of what's going on in the world. It's like, oh, should we really have a baby right now? But I feel like now you've decided yes, that you want to do it. And you're kind of telling yourself, if not now, when? And I feel like your partner was on board all along, but you were the one who was undecided, and now you're finally saying yes to this. Yeah. If it's not that, it could be, like I said, I think only a small number of you that'll apply to. But for other people, it's you're saying yes to something finally instead of saying no to it. And that's part of the reason of what helps you get out of this stagnation. Yeah. So whatever this is, like I said, a job or career project issue, the energy and drive shows up to do it. And whatever you're doing or working on or asking, the answer is yes. That's what the Ace of Wands says. The answer is yes, yes, yes. Capital Y, capital E, capital S, yes. So whatever it is, it's going to be successful, is what I'm feeling really strongly. It's kind of like God or the universe is giving you the thumbs up. I'm also feeling, with this Ace of Wands though, is that there is a small window of opportunity to do this and be successful. So you don't want to waste any time. You don't want to delay anymore. You want to move on this now. That's the advice. So the next card is the Two of Wands, and I feel that you're starting out great. We're kind of toward the middle of the month now. You've been working hard, but then you get discouraged. Self-doubt comes in. It might be that there's some decision you need to make in the project and you're having trouble deciding. You're like, oh, I thought I already knew what I was doing, and I guess I don't. Now I have all these questions and self-doubt. And also things might not be going exactly as smoothly as you want it. I think that's like a Libra thing. I think we want things to always be going perfectly, but that's not realistic. I also see in this Two of Wands that others might try and like take over what you're working on in some way, and you might not like that. I mean, they might be trying to help, but that is kind of like an irritant to you. They're kind of trying to take over. So the advice is to be patient. Don't let this deter you. It's just a bump in the road. It's just part of the creative process of putting yourself out there to do something. There's always going to be, some kind of issues that come up. It's never going to be perfect. So you just have to keep on telling yourself that. Also, Two of Wands, a lot of times, traditionally, it can mean that like a surprise happens or like an apparent miracle. So that could be for some of you too. Maybe a surprise occurrence happens and maybe you don't like it, or maybe you do like it. I don't know, but it could mean that too. But I feel it's mostly what I already said before. The next card is the Star. Again, I feel like this is similar energy to the Two of Wands. Kind of toward the middle end of the month, you're starting to lose faith and hope in what you're working on. You're not feeling great about it anymore. You're not hopeful about a positive outcome. Yeah, there's more doubt that comes in that this isn't going to work out in the end. Yeah. And because it's the Star card, that tells me that whatever this is, like, this is really what you want. It's kind of like your baby or your heart's desire. Like, you really want to do this. Like, it's really important to you. But you do get discouraged. So the advice here, whatever is making you doubt, it is not real. And that's not advice. Sorry, that's the way it is in this reading right now. That's the message that I have for you. It's in your head. So the advice is to stop and realistically assess your situation. So sit down and ask yourself, what evidence do I have that this is going to fail? And I feel like the vast majority of you will see that you have none. That it's just your own thoughts and emotions making you feel bad because maybe things aren't working out exactly as you wanted or as quickly as you wanted. And then the last card you have is Justice card, which is your card, Libra, in the Major Arcana. Before I read the Justice card, there's 3 Major Arcanas cards in your reading. And the readings I've done so far, I don't think the other signs didn't have major cards, or if they did, they might have had like 1. So this is like potentially a life-shifting project or venture that you're working on, Libra. That's what those major cards tell me. This is big, that this could change everything. So the Justice card, this is like the order and lawfulness of the universe. And the message here is that whatever you're working on, this isn't something that's going to happen through fate or chance or luck. And let me clarify. In some cases with some people, that will be it. I might read for someone and be like, oh, like, you're going to get really lucky. in this situation. That's not what this is. Whatever you're working on, whatever you put into it is what you're going to get out, which is actually a really good thing and really exciting, because what this means is that if you do what needs to be done and see this to the end, it's going to succeed. It has nothing to do with chance or fate or luck. That's not going to come into play with this particular project. So what you put in is what you're going to put out. Plain and simple, period, the end. So if you put in the work, you're going to succeed. And the reason why in this particular situation is because that's fair, that's just. For some reason, I don't know, maybe this is part of Libra's karma at this time. Yeah. I also see with the Justice card, it might be advisable for some of you to weigh the pros and cons of the methods and approaches that you're using in your project. At this end of the month time, you might tweak things a little bit. Yeah, that's what I see as like the end result of this month. You might tweak things a little bit. And I feel that earlier in the middle of the month, part of the doubt and suffering is because you didn't want to change anything maybe. You wanted to just do things the way that you had already planned. But toward the end, you are more open to, okay, I can change things a little bit. It's okay. I'm going to learn from the mistakes and grow from it. And then you kind of become at peace with that. I'm going to tweak things. I'm going to learn. I don't know everything. And that's what's also going to help you succeed. So this is a really exciting reading for Libras. I'm excited because I'm Libra rising. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, please like, share, and subscribe. If it resonated with you and you want to share about that, please comment below. Thank you.